In the remote hills of a mysterious land lived a sage named Arvind. His knowledge and wisdom were legendary, and people traveled from distant lands to seek his advice and guidance. He lived in a small cabin atop a hill, surrounded by a lush landscape of forests and mountains. One day, while Arvind was seated outside his cabin, lost in deep thoughts, a majestic eagle landed on a branch of a nearby tree. Its wings were a spectacle of strength and grace, and its eyes watched the sage with intriguing curiosity. Arvind smiled and greeted the eagle, feeling an unexplainable connection. Throughout the days, the eagle returned regularly to visit Arvind. They shared silent moments, gazing at the distant horizon, each immersed in their own reflections. The unusual friendship between the sage and the eagle was built in silence, a connection that transcended words. Arvind noticed that the eagle, despite its majesty and freedom in the skies, held a subtle loneliness in its eyes. The eagle, in turn, felt the depth of the sage's wisdom and the tranquility he radiated. They shared the understanding that even amidst the beauty and grandeur of nature, loneliness could find a place in our hearts. As their interactions continued, the sage and the eagle began to discuss the difference between loneliness and solitude. Arvind explained that solitude was a state of inner tranquility, a conscious choice to be alone for reflection and recharge. Loneliness, on the other hand, was a feeling of isolation and emptiness, a sense of being disconnected from others and oneself. The eagle shared its experiences of soaring high, alone in the vast skies. It felt an indescribable freedom as it sliced through the air with its powerful wings. However, there were moments when loneliness set in, a feeling of having no one to share its majestic views and solitary adventures. Arvind listened attentively and shared his own reflections on solitude. He believed that while loneliness could be painful, solitude could be an opportunity for self-discovery and growth. It was a time to connect with oneself, to explore the depths of one's mind and heart. They agreed that even amidst loneliness, solitude could be found. The eagle admired how the sage embraced solitude, how he found inner peace and wisdom in his own company. Arvind, in turn, saw in the eagle a representation of the pursuit of freedom and connection with nature. They became unlikely companions in the exploration of themes as deep as friendship, loneliness, and solitude. As the seasons passed, the friendship between the sage and the eagle deepened. They explored the highs and lows of human emotions and the eagle's experiences, sharing their unique perspectives on life. But fate still held a surprising ending for this unusual story of friendship, reflection, and deep connection. One day, as the sun set over the hills, the wise Arvind and the eagle sat together in silence. It was a moment of calm and contemplation, where nature seemed to whisper its secrets to the wind. The eagle looked at Arvind with a profound gaze, as if about to share something important. With a gentle and reverent voice, the eagle began to speak. It revealed that it was about to depart, to follow the call of the stars that shone in the night sky. It explained that the connection it had found with Arvind had been an invaluable gift, but its heart yearned to fly beyond familiar horizons. Arvind listened attentively, feeling a mixture of sadness and understanding. He knew that their friendship had been unique and special, but he also understood that the eagle had a destiny to fulfill. He smiled tenderly and thanked the eagle for sharing its journey and reflections. As the eagle prepared to depart, something surprising happened. From inside his cabin, Arvind retrieved a small piece of paper on which he had written words of wisdom and gratitude. He handed it to the eagle, asking that it carry the paper on its wings as it soared through the skies. The eagle looked at the paper and, upon reading it, realized that it contained a message of love, gratitude, and shared memories. It understood that even when they were apart, the memories of their friendship and reflections would always accompany it. With a final, meaningful gaze, the eagle spread its powerful wings and ascended into the sky, disappearing into the distance. Arvind stood in silence, watching until the eagle became a distant dot on the horizon. The eagle had departed, but the deep connection they shared would remain forever. And thus, the story of the friendship between wise Arvind and the eagle transformed into a legend that echoed through the hills. They had taught the world that friendship could transcend species barriers and that the connection between different beings could bring reflection, learning, and growth. The eagle now flew freely, carrying Arvind's words of wisdom with it, while he continued to share his wisdom with those who sought his guidance. Their story became a reminder that even when we find ourselves alone, our connection with other beings can leave an indelible mark on our hearts. The overarching moral of the story of the friendship between wise Arvind and the eagle is that genuine and profound connections can transcend differences and enrich our lives in unexpected ways. Here are the main lessons we can draw from this story. Unusual friendships. The story shows us that true friendships can form between beings that seem different at first glance. The connection between the human sage and the majestic eagle reminds us that superficial barriers can be overcome when we share experiences and reflections. Profound reflections. The friendship between Arvind and the eagle was enriched by the exchange of deep thoughts and reflections on themes like friendship, loneliness, and solitude. This reminds us of the importance of sharing ideas and perspectives, regardless of our backgrounds. Understanding emotions. The eagle revealed its own loneliness despite its majesty and freedom. This reminds us that everyone has internal emotions and longings, regardless of their external appearance. The story invites us to be empathetic and compassionate toward others. Accepting change. The eagle's departure showed that friendships can be transient, but the impact they leave on our hearts remains. The story teaches us to accept changes and transitions in life, knowing that meaningful connections always leave a lasting mark. Value of company. Both Arvind and the eagle found value in each other's company, despite their differences. This highlights the importance of valuing human connections and the impact others can have on our lives. Transcending loneliness. The friendship between the sage and the eagle reminds us that even in loneliness, we can find moments of connection and sharing. The pursuit of solitude, as explained by Arvind, can help transform loneliness into an opportunity for self-discovery and growth. Leaving a legacy. The eagle carried Arvind's words of wisdom with it, symbolizing how friendships and interactions can leave a lasting legacy. The story invites us to reflect on the mark we leave on others' lives. Ultimately, the story of the friendship between wise Arvind and the eagle reminds us that authentic connections are a precious treasure. By sharing profound reflections, understanding others' emotions, and valuing companionship, we can transcend barriers and create bonds that enrich our life's journey. Did you like what you saw in the video? If so, you're going to love what we have prepared on our channel. Subscribe now to not miss any more transformative content. We want to help you grow in all areas of your life, providing powerful insights and constant inspiration. Don't wait any longer, click the subscribe button, and let's start this journey of evolution together. We post 3 powerful videos per week, and if you enable the notification bell, you will always be informed when that happens. Thank you very much for watching until here.